I ain't never took from no. I always blessed.
I want my money.
I went home with $500.
I don't know what the Turk doing, but I'm more than sure he's getting money.
Once you start the bullshit, ain't nobody touch it.
You can't touch it.
Everything I touch gonna be something.
Once you don't have no trust, it ain't nothing.
Google me, man. Watch what come up. Yeah. Straight G.
Just hard to do. It's just hard to keep working for free.
I'm loaded. I'm up. Big facts.
$2 billion between Drake, Nicki, and Wayne. Solid. Put some respect on my motherfucking name, man, or don't put it in your mouth, man.
Cash money.
From its original members like the Hot Boys and Juvenile to the second generation like Tyga, it's no secret that Cash Money Records been bringing home the bag.
$2 billion. $2+ billion between Drake, Nicki, and Wayne.
But what happens when the CEO starts putting himself before the people who helped build his empire? And artists are tweeting things like, "I'm a prisoner, and so is my creativity." From lawsuits to walkouts to shootings, these are the Cash Money artists who got completely f***ed over by Birdman. Juvenile warned everyone first. Juvenile was the first to call out what everyone would eventually discover. Birdman was cheating his artists out of money. In 2001, after releasing Project English, Juvie would finally have enough and leave the label.
First of all, you try to play me with the money. Okay, that was good. I took you to court. I played it your way. I beat you in court. I got my own deal now. Now all of a sudden you want to diminish my character and then false claim my hood and disrespect my hood. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, dog, we ain't even gotta shoot out. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta pull the guns out or nothing. But you know I'ma see you, so you might as well stop ducking me and just come on from under the rock and fight me. Tell them big old 6'9" security guards. You don't see me. You done see me a few inches. You don't catch me with no security guards, homie. I'm thugging. I'm up top, up bottom, West Coast. I'm everywhere. I know everybody on every terrain, homie. That's the reason why you don't come out. But you already know I'ma see you, so you might as well just come from under that rock and take these 5 with me, because I'm gonna do it to you. You already know it.
When Juvenile filed a $500,000 lawsuit in 2003, accusing Birdman of stealing his royalties, it was just the beginning of a pattern that would repeat for years.
The original members of Cash Money.
Yeah.
Let's take it back. You know, of course, there was Baby, Slim, Lil Wayne, BG, Turk. Do you ever wish that you guys didn't break up and stayed a unit, or you just weren't getting paid from them? They weren't cutting the checks?
That's what it was, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to stay. You know, you never want to leave a winning team. You know, that's like Jordan leaving the Bulls. Mm-hmm. You know, and I just felt like I need to be compensated for. I'm working hard. I just want to get paid for it.
Now, was it a bad contract, or they just wasn't paying nobody?
Yeah, it was a bad contract. It was a bad contract, and it was just other things going on outside of that where I felt like I needed to get paid for, like shows, a lot of things, man.
Years later, when the Lil Wayne drama exploded, Juvenile reminded everyone that he'd tried to warn them back in 2001. But nobody listened.
I was warning them, you know, and I think that kind of made it bad for me too, because, you know, then they didn't want me around. You know, after that, like, okay,
you putting these
he
ideas,
gone, and then yeah, so you know, it's cool.
Turk realized Birdman didn't care about him as a person, only what he could get from him. After serving 9 years in prison, Turk took a closer look at his Cash Money dealings and didn't like what he found.
You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't in no position. Now, mind you, I'm thinking that when I come home from seeing how do they when they go in jail, who are millionaires, and they come home and you got this, here go your house, here go your car. I thought I was gonna have that, cause I'm just knowing I was solid. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Come on, dog, I don't give a f what we went through. I'm Turk. Yeah, I'm the original guy. I put in work around here. You feel me? So I'm thinking, and then Wayne had just did a song, My Homie Still, Free Turk. You know that song right there with Big Sean? I'm like, oh, bitch, it's on. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking it's on. But then reality hit when my girl pulled up and picked me up. But I was happy because she picked me up, you know what I'm saying? But then that was my reality. Like
no jet. Yeah, none of that.
And I went home with $500. That $500 is stretch. I wound up getting a damn laptop, a little red laptop, Toshiba. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little phone, the little side, the little one you flip up, and went to work.
In 2015, Turk sued Cash Money for $1.3 million in unpaid publishing royalties and shady accounting practices.
You broke the story, you know, that you're suing Baby over unpaid royalties. Where are you at with the lawsuit currently?
Man, Cash Money actually asked for extension like last month. The extension is, you know, is coming to its end. Actually, next week. So we'll know, you know, how things go from there. I haven't gotten an answer yet, you know, of what they want to do, but man, hopefully, man, that it just go away, man. Like, you know, I've been the last one that won't even file a lawsuit, but it's something that, to be honest, I ain't even want to do. My attorneys advised me to do it, so at some point in life, you got to listen to, you know, who represents you. They represent me, you know what I'm saying? I believe they got my best interests at hand. So, we try to work this situation out for 2 years, you know, and it came to a point where, you know, I mean, enough was enough. And we at where we at today, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting. Hopefully, man, they'll be giving me a call or my attorneys a call, because I ain't talked to them since. And, you know, we be coming to some kind of agreement. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it won't even have to go no further. So I'm willing to sit down, man, and talk it out, you know what I'm saying, and admit where I was wrong at, you know what I'm saying, and see how things will work out. But I don't never think it'll be the same like it used to be, you know, because it's like any relationship. Once you don't have no trust, it ain't nothing.
Unlike most Cash Money disputes, Turk actually won. He walked away richer while Birdman took a financial and social media beating. Turk re-signed with Cash Money Records later, but his troubles were far from over. Even in 2025, Turk faced money problems on the Cash Money 30th anniversary tour, when promoters couldn't pay artists and asked Turk to accept a very minor portion of what he was owed. He refused. The promoters then claimed he was a risk and terminated his contract, clear retaliation for demanding full payment.
Turk respectfully declined. I respectfully declined. Due to making great financial decisions and investments, we are not in a position to where we have to settle for a minute payment when we are over fulfilling our obligation.
Turk learned his lesson from getting screwed by Birdman. This time, when people tried to cheat him, he walked away instead of accepting crumbs. Today, Turk is thriving without Cash Money's limitations. Under Birdman's control, he couldn't speak his truth or be fully transparent in his music, but breaking free from that grasp opened new doors. His independent album, Joseph L., made it onto the charts, proving he didn't need Birdman's machine to succeed.
Right now, man, and Joseph album talk about a lot of things. Y'all got to really like listen to the album. And my album is doing well, man. It's doing good. It's still on the charts because I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth throughout my whole album from 1 to 18. And this album is gonna get a Grammy, bro, because I'm telling nothing but the truth. There's no lie on the album. I'm being as transparent as I can, but then that I wanna be. I could have been a little bit more open, but you know, some things are better left not said, you know, because what's done in the dark always come to the light, and time reveals every man, bro.
BG joined Cash Money in 1992 when he was just 12 years old. He trusted Birdman like family, but that trust was completely betrayed.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, you know, but I want my money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. I want my money. You heard you? And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
According to BG, he never received a single royalty check for any album released before 1998, despite being on the label for 6 years. He said that Birdman raised him and had him brainwashed from an early age.
You know what I'm saying? He was like a father figure to me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he really had me brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? I would have never thought that years it would have ended up how it ended up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, anybody who was in the camp, they already know, you know what I'm saying? Man, Birdman was like sugar and pot, you know what I'm saying? Like puffing big, you know what I'm saying? Like face and shit, you know, like rush and run, you know what I'm saying? It was Birdman PG, you know what I'm saying? But, and, you know, don't get me wrong, you the CEO, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, on top, you know what I'm saying? You gonna, you know what I'm saying, but don't bird feed me, you know what I'm saying? What you got a whole line for? I'm a grown man, you know what I'm saying? You know, and he named his little boy after me. I named my little boy after him. Wow. You know what I'm saying? My little boy named Christopher Brian Dorsey. His little boy named Brian Christopher Witt. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he christened my little boy. You know what I'm saying? I christened his little boy. You know what I'm saying? And man, he went out big. You know what I mean? I could never respect what he did. You know, he ain't about the money. I'm more hurt than anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause I mean, he didn't try to reach out to me 2, 3, 4 times. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't already see what I had to say, and I'm a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? So if I go back, how this gonna make me look? You know what I'm saying? You didn't already put that.
Well, you know that's what Juvie kind of did.
And me and Juvie cut off 2 different trees. No disrespect or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if somebody played me one time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give them the opportunity to play me again, because that means I like to get played. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to say something else, but I
know
can't
what you want to say.
radio.
I don't know. I feel everybody else feel you too.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't selling out behind those few dollars. You know what I'm saying? I get it out the mud first.
BG made it known that he was done with Cash Money Records, even sent out threats to Baby.
Baby, bitch, you know I love you like a father, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? I looked up to you, I went against my family for you at times. You know what I'm saying? You turned your back on a man, real don't respect that, you hear me? God don't like ugly. You always talking that God shit, you know what I'm saying? But man, your beef personal, you know what I'm saying? Because you know the kind of relationship we had, you hear me? So just know one thing, you know what I'm saying? Every dog had a day, you hear me? You gonna get your in a minute. And I'm gonna make it where he ain't gonna be able to come back to New Orleans.
But after being released from prison, he has recently signed back with the company in 2023.
When I step my foot on that bitch, a nigga gonna salute me. And that's a rap on that. Now the music shit is one thing, you hear me? But he be back. I love Lil BG. He's solid little, you hear me? And I ain't never say nothing negative about none of them.
As of August 2025, there is no verified public evidence that BG has received his royalty checks from Cash Money Records. The production side. Mannie Fresh was the genius behind Cash Money's biggest hits, but he wasn't getting paid or respected for keeping the hits coming.
In 2007, you know, you spoke about Baby Birdman not paying you out your royalties. You know, did the money situation ever get worked out?
I mean, that's what we going through right now. Like, we back at that point. You know, it was one time that was done. Now we back at that. Like, you know, and I wish it didn't have to be that way, but it's got to be that way because, you know, even prior to right now, you know, us speaking, they still selling music that, you know, it's got my name on it. And as an artist, I'm going to always want that. Like, that's mine. That's earned. That's deserved.
You worked hard for it.
Exactly. So, you know, it's kind of crazy that we always got to go back and forth through this whole little, you know, me asking y'all to do something that y'all should want to do.
In 2005, Mannie had enough of the financial mismanagement and creative disrespect. He left Cash Money and never looked back.
Not bad mounting them, but it's crazy. Like, as an artist, you got to think that you could be Mannie Fresh 5 years. Everything that's on there right now. That could be you 5 years from now trying to get your check. Everything is good right now if you immediate, you know, and you family, you know, so money is being paid. But what about when all of that slow down and it's like, hey, dude, well, what about this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think there will be any way to mend fences?
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I didn't feel that way at one time, but I feel like it won't never be that. Like, you know, because I think it's a level of respect. Like, I mean, come on, like, you know, it's not me tooting my own horn or whatever, but I'm like, you wouldn't exist if I wouldn't have did what I did.
Not getting paid wasn't the only way Birdman messed with Mannie's finances. The producer told a story once of a deal that could have been huge. Unfortunately, it got shut down by Cash Money.
I got this deal with Def Jam through Jay-Z. Jay-Z reached out and he was like, I'll do a deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You come to Def Jam and you do your thing. And I'm over there and I talked to Lil Wayne. I'm like, hey, dude, I got a deal with Def Jam and they pretty much gonna give me my situation. Let me do what I want to do. And it was like, just deliver a big song. So I go to Lil Wayne. He does the song with me. And as soon as I get ready to put it out, Cash Money shut it down. They was just like, nah, you didn't get permission from us to do that. And I'm like, wow, like, is it really that serious? Like, I mean, that's kind of ugly of y'all to do that.
When the Wayne and Birdman drama exploded years later, Mannie had plenty to say about the company's business practices.
Let's just go into it the right way from day one. And all of that can be, I guess, result. You know, if you can't fix it, then you shouldn't be with that person. But what my feeling is this. Honestly, if Wayne gets what is due to him, then maybe all will be forgiven. But he deserves it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but I think, like, yeah, you know, I would be telling you a lie if, you know, I didn't say he had that label on his back.
You have to put forth effort to get your money. You know what I'm saying? You have to. If you don't say nothing about it, they're not gonna pay you because they have the money. It's not like it's a major company that has it. It's they get their money first. That's the trick to they hustle. And then, you know, they made it that, you know, because they was independent and they, you know, they got a great deal like that. Like them and Master P, you know what I'm saying? They probably the best deals ever in hip hop, probably, you know. So, you know, a milli goes, I mean, Carter 3 goes $1 million first week. Royalties should be paid out next royalty period, like immediately. That's $1 million record sales in 1 week, man. You know what I'm saying? Immediately money, like boom, like, so, you know, every producer's like sitting around. Like I don't sit around and wait, you know what I'm saying? But every producer that I might bump into or see me on the internet, have you been paid?
Producer Bangladesh created the Grammy-winning beat for Lil Wayne's track, A Milli, but getting paid by Birdman was a whole different battle.
Basically, the game is the glitter ain't what's gold. You know what I'm saying? What glitters isn't what's gold. And you see this dude, I ain't talking about Wayne. You see this man, you know, on the videos, you know, and that's all he do. That's what he do. Just money. His name is Birdman Stunner Man. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Have his kids in furs. They got furs on. You know what I'm saying? So you care about your kids, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no different. We all men, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got money to blow. You make songs like that. You do have money to blow because it ain't your money.
Bangladesh sued Cash Money for $500,000 in unpaid royalties, and he wasn't alone. The Carter 3 was a massive success, but behind the scenes, it was a lawsuit nightmare.
For this money, the fact is that we worked. You know what I'm saying? I put forth effort on a project that helped sell you 1 million copies. Like, for real, a million. You know what I'm saying? A milli was the substance to that album, if you ask me, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I had the opportunity to give them more music. It's just hard to do. It's just hard to keep working for free. You know what I'm saying? So ain't got nothing to do with royalties, but you know, we you know, man, you do work, man, you expect to get paid for the work, man, and don't, you know, you keep getting a runaround, so it's like can't really keep giving somebody your best, man. It's hard to do. So
other producers had similar issues. Jim Johnson sued for Lollipop. Play and Skills wanted $1 million for Got Money. Diesel filed a $20 million lawsuit. And finally, producer DVLP sued Birdman for $200,000, alleging he was never compensated for production work on Lil Wayne's tracks and other Cash Money releases. Even worse, they all left empty-handed while Birdman counted millions. Tyga's relationship with Cash Money started golden with hits like Rack City going 4 times platinum. But by 2014, things went completely left. When Tyga tweeted, "Gold album been done, my label holding me hostage so I can't release nothing, might just leak it for my fans, then let them make dollars off it," things were clear. The honeymoon was over. He wanted out of his deal and wanted to go independent.
Right now with the music, you getting ready for your own album?
The album is done, so like I'm gonna put it out independent. I'm just getting out my deal right now, so
okay.
Get that independent money.
What's going on with the deal? What happened there? Everything okay? I mean, we saw Wayne
like,
wants out. Do you share his frustrations?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, definitely. I mean, I feel like as an artist, like at the end of the day, what we do creatively, like, should never be in prison. You know what I'm saying? So like, and at the end of the day, we do it to bring it to the fans, and it's not just not fair. It's not a selfish thing. It's just not fair to the fans.
Of course,
you know, you got millions of people that want your music, and they want it, and you know, they don't understand the behind the scenes and the politics.
They don't understand the business of it. Yeah.
Tyga even made a diss track called Cash Money, making it clear that Birdman owed him money and refused to pay. On The Breakfast Club, Tyga revealed Cash Money owed him at least $12 million. Birdman had been playing on his youth and inexperience with shady accountant.
You know,
somebody told me you strong-armed your way out of Cash Money. Like, kind of had like...
I had to pay to get out. I paid to get out.
You paid to get out?
Now mind you, I'm owed like probably like at least 12, 15 million. They owe me, bro.
So you ain't get paid from Racks on Racks? Racks in Rack City?
Yeah,
Racks on Racks. So you ain't get paid from Rack City?
Shit was 5 times flat.
Past the hookah, none of that stuff? Molly? Really? Not a dime?
You better get your money.
Hold on, did they at least give you an advance?
He said he didn't get nothing. Remember last time he said he didn't get nothing.
So you just signed for a t-shirt? Like a chain? Like what was it?
You gotta think, man. It's like I didn't know the business was like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a roll with Wayne. Like he's recording Carter 3, so I'm just in the sauce right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we did Bedrock, and it was like, well, you know, you gotta sign. You want to get on? He's like, this is gonna be the single. I was like, all right, cool. So I signed. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think twice, like, cause
you didn't have a lawyer or anything.
I had a lawyer, but like my lawyer at the time was the same lawyer that was representing Cash Money.
That was their lawyer?
It was already a bad thing from jump. Yeah, but you gotta think I'm 17 at this time, so I'm just like I'm 17, 18, so I don't really know nothing about lawyers, and then I'm just like cool. I'm rocking with Wayne. I'm on the bus with him every day. I'm having fun, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Tyga got burned so bad by the company, he was even using his own money for music videos and promotion, but Cash Money never paid him back.
Which I don't understand, because when you said what you said, it's like McMain had something to say to you, Nicki unfollowed you, but if they knew that this was really going on, why get mad at you?
Well, I mean, because sometimes, you know, people just don't understand like what's really going on, and I see it way before it happens, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll get on the emails with the lawyers and I'll really like try to see what's going on because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like if everything is good and you know everybody got millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, like I need to make sure why is my business not right?
Yeah. But was it your contract or were they not? They just
no. I mean you gotta think like, you know, like I sold over like 10, 11 million singles with them. You know, Raxie did 4 million, Faded did 2 million. Then I did Quietly, like you know, Molly, Dope, Hookah, like all these singles go gold and they don't push Molly. It. I know, but what I'm saying is I have all these singles that go gold with no radio push, no nothing. Just me putting out my own money just because of my brand. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, it's like, okay, like why are you making $4 million off this song when I put up $50,000 of my own money for Rack City and I pay for the video? So I don't understand that. Like, why am I not getting that money back? So after a while, you just be like, I just don't like how the business is going.
Lil Wayne. Wayne joined Cash Money at 11 and became one of the greatest rappers ever, but even he couldn't escape Birdman's greed. In 2014, Wayne sent the tweet that broke the internet. I want off this label and nothing to do with these people, but unfortunately, it ain't that easy. I am a prisoner and so is my creativity. Wayne wasn't just tweeting, he was ready for war. At a Vice party, he hinted that a legal battle was coming.
Throughout December 9th, but due to technical difficulties, I'm up in a bad situation, but I will be out of the zone and I do it for y'all. So put the motherfuckers up to God's side.
In January 2015, Wayne filed a $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money, claiming breach of contract and demanding to terminate his deal. The beef got so real that Wayne started dissing Birdman in songs, including his collaboration with A$AP Rocky, where he denounced Cash Money completely.
But wait, let's talk about M's, not about them. I love my BMs, I love my YM, ain't no more CM. Let's pluck out the stems, let's fuck like a nymph. She walk out, she limp, it's dark and we dim.
I just want to turn y'all up for a second. You already know what it is. Free Weezy album coming soon. Carter 5 coming soon. Cash Money.
The situation escalated even more when Wayne's tour bus was shot up in Atlanta. One of Young Thug's affiliates was arrested and sentenced to 10 years. The rumors spread like wildfire about Birdman putting a hit on Wayne. The shooter's conviction was later overturned in court, and Birdman released a statement saying he would never want harm done to Weezy. Unfortunately, it just added to the already enormous mess of a lawsuit.
Winfrey will spend 10 years in prison for the April incident on I-285. 2 buses belonging to the entourage for rapper Lil Wayne came under gunfire. Prosecutors say a simmering rap feud and gang tensions led to it. They believe they could pin Winfrey as the gunman. He was indicted on 27 counts, including a rarely, if ever, used charge that references domestic terrorism. Charges Winfrey pled to are gang-related counts. DA Vic Reynolds making no apology for his take-no-prisoners approach to gang charges.
Even after public reconciliations, Wayne kept filing lawsuits. He accused Birdman of stealing 70% of a $100 million advance that was supposed to be shared. When the hip-hop community rallied behind Wayne, Birdman fired back on Instagram Live with an emotional rant defending himself.
I be hearing all you talking about this Lil Wayne shit. Lil Wayne, this Lil Wayne, that. Bitch, Lil Wayne, my son, I raised him. He ain't had nothing. I brought him to be something. Ain't got something. Bitch, you think I ain't gonna make sure he's straight? Suck a dick, bitch. I'm gonna show all you pussy ass that ever got in my business. I'm gonna show you don't play with me. I'm what you call a real mastermind, you little bitty bitch.
In June 2018, Lil Wayne reached a confidential settlement with Cash Money Records and Universal, reportedly worth over $10 million. The agreement officially ended his contract with Cash Money and cleared the way for the long-awaited release of The Carter 5 in September 2018. As part of the settlement, Wayne gained full ownership of Young Money Entertainment. Birdman's 49% stake in the label was transferred to Wayne on September 13, 2018, giving him complete control over the company and its catalog. This included music from some of Young Money's biggest stars, such as Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga. The employees no one mentions. While everyone talks about Wayne and Tyga's battles with Birdman, there's a whole list of forgotten employees who got screwed over just as badly. Their stories just never made headlines. Lil Slim was one of Cash Money's earliest artists and actually introduced Lil Wayne to the label when Wayne was just a kid. But even being an OG couldn't protect him from Birdman's shady business practices.
Yeah, the contract came kind of later. I actually was doing songs with them before a contract was actually signed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right.
In the end is where, where it went bad at.
And it always be
a
money issue.
It was a money issue.
It always be a money issue.
It was a money issue. Back then when we was selling those CDs and tapes.
Before Wayne had his little.
Yeah, this before that. This before Wayne and the Hot Boys.
Right.
I'm talking about me and your generation.
Yeah, Cash Money. We were the first artists on a roster with Cash Money. Yeah. And like I be telling people, they don't really understand. They think that it started with the Hot Boys. We kind of warmed it up for them because for record companies to look at artists, you have to be making noise. And we were making a lot of noise with Cash Money. That's how Universal and Tommy Boy and all that started being interested in them, right? Tell them.
Yeah. So we was selling so many records in the region from New Orleans to Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, and all that. We had laid the foundation for Cash Money. So when the Hot Boys came, all they had to do was put their music out because we already had established a name. We laid the foundation. Matter of fact, it was so crazy because I used to go to the distributor to deliver the CDs and tapes with Baby and Slim. We used to drive to
Gonzalez, yep.
And
what it used to be, Gonzalez Music?
Yes, Gonzalez Music.
Yep, I remember that.
And I used to go with Baby and Slim to drop off the CDs and tapes.
Did you kind of understand what they were doing at that time?
I understood what they was doing. I knew the money was being made. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, when they would try to play us off like, oh, we ain't really doing that much, in my mind, I'm like, nah.
Because you was with them, so you saw it.
I'm like, y'all full of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Slim left Cash Money citing unfair shares of album sales and complete lack of payment for his work. The man who helped discover their biggest star couldn't even get his own money. Then there's UNLV, the New Orleans rap group that helped put Cash Money on the map in the early days. In 2006, they sued Cash Money for unpaid royalties and copyright issues, claiming they never got credited or paid properly for tracks that became Cash Money classics. But the most disrespectful move might be what happened to Wendy Day. As the Rap Coalition founder, she brokered Cash Money's massive Universal distribution deal that made them millions.
So when they came to me, I was able to restructure what they
were doing, bring them into the Midwest. Because remember, I had been working Twista and Do or Die, and I had relationships all through the Midwest.
That's right.
We were able to extend their target market from just Louisiana and Texas.
That's right.
So when I first started working with them, they were able to sell 75,000 units of the first thing that we put out together. And that just brought the labels in like swoosh.
Yeah.
Her finder's fee was supposed to be 5%, but according to reports, Birdman told her she'd only get paid if she sued and won. Imagine screwing over the person who helped make your empire possible.
It was frustrating. I mean, the thing about Cash Money is that, in order to get paid, you have to sue them, and they're kind of known for that. And it's a sad way to do business, but it's what they've built and it's their legacy, I ended up suing them. They paid me before we got to court. They paid me what they owed me, so I was happy. I mean, I was sad that it took 3 years and $12,000 of me suing them, but, they finally paid me. They finally did what was right.
Early Cash Money artists like Bulletproof and Kilo G, plus countless other minor contributors, all complained of unpaid royalties or bad deals. Most never pursued legal action because they didn't have the resources to fight Birdman's legal team. These forgotten artists proved that Birdman's pattern of exploitation wasn't just limited to the superstars. He was playing everyone from day one, no matter how small their contribution or how loyal they were to the label. These stories show a clear pattern. Birdman built his empire on the backs of talented artists, then refused to pay them what they earned. From Juvenile's early warnings to Wayne's public war, Cash Money's history is filled with broken promises and legal battles. The crazy part? Most of these artists eventually came back or reconciled with Birdman, showing just how powerful his influence and control really is. So what do y'all think about Birdman and his business ethics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to check out these other videos if you're hungry for more. Help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel for more hip-hop stories that expose the truth behind the music. Thanks for hanging out with us today. As always, we'll see you in the next one.